First of all, thank you for that introduction. So beautiful. And I just wanted to give a big shout out to Benjamin. Happy birthday. And what a way of just connecting the dots here on what we're going to talk about today with New Earth abundance and New Earth leadership. I'm like, that is a perfect example of what it looks like when you're living through your purpose and you're living through your dharma and you're out of this situation where you feel like you just have to wake up and do your job to get a paycheck. So my intention is really to share with you a little more about that. This clicker doesn't work. Can we get the clicker to work so we can go through some of the slides here? And before, yeah, there we go. Here's what we're going to leave with. If you have a pen, a piece of paper, and a notebook, you're going to want to take that out. Not only is this going to be a talk, but this is going to be an opportunity for you to workshop your ideas. You see, so often what I find is that so many people want to build a soul business, but they actually can't articulate their vision. Who feels like that here? Raise your hand if you're like, I have an idea, but I don't know how to put that together down on paper, right? So you're going to leave today with an exact plan. I'm going to walk you through my framework. But what would it feel like if not only you created Soulful currency, but you also created an impact with your work? Who wants to create an impact with their work? Right? Like, that is what this New Earth leadership is about. It's the difference between understanding that you have a job here and then there's our work. And if you're really lucky, sometimes your work becomes your job, but usually that's not the case. Usually the case is that we're at a job that isn't the work that we're actually supposed to be doing. And that's actually what led me down this rabbit hole of getting to building a soul business. So I want to start off with some questions. If you could live in total alignment with your purpose and your mission, what would that be? Start writing down some words. Start writing down some things that come to mind. If you could wake up anywhere, every single day, and you can work remotely, what would that look like for you? I think so many of us keep thinking that we have to go to a desk job, or that we have to keep going to these places that really don't fulfill us. But it all starts with questions and thought-provoking questions. You know, some of the most groundbreaking things that I've learned, and I've had many mentors, 7- and 8-figure mentors, it's actually not the thing that I fucking learned in their course. It was just them asking me the most simplest of questions, like, what do you want to do? Like, how do you want to live your life? What gets to happen after this point? And it was so crazy because I didn't know that. I was like, can you give me an easier question? What do I have to, what's the task here? But that's part of this work, is that we're connecting to our highest vision. And what would change if you can spend more time leaving a legacy around your work? Raise your hand if you want to leave a legacy around your work. I do. I feel like I didn't fucking travel all the way to Earth School to just be basic and live behind a desk and do what? I want to leave something important. And that's the whole thing about this New Earth leadership. And business is changing. Has anybody noticed that? Has anybody noticed that business is changing? It's not this one person at the top anymore that's benefiting, right? Shout out to our ancestors, right, who did all of this work for us to be here, and yet we're still chained behind this title and this thing that we feel like we have to do. Well, that's about to change, and it is changing. You're seeing more people like the beautiful being that was here spitting some beautiful channeled messages and sharing their whole entire heart. And somehow, some way, that is enough for them to connect their livelihood to their business. Do we see what's happening? We all have this opportunity. It's not as far as you think. What if I told you I had the layout to unleash and unveil your purpose work on this planet? What would change then? Because that's some of the work that I had to travel down these scary tunnels and into the underworld to figure out myself. And this is just a little bit about me. For those that don't know me, my name is Melissa Ruiz. I have a podcast called Waking Up with Melissa. I build a 6-figure business in 7 months, and I build another 400K in a short 14 months, and I hit $1 million in sales in 26 months, and I know I didn't do it with advertising, and I didn't do it with funnels. I did it, thank you, I appreciate that. And you can do this too. I'm going to show you how to do this. I grew up Latina. My dad came from Cuba, my mom came from Ecuador, and they came to this country with nothing. They didn't even know the language, and they still don't fucking know the language. But it's all good. I love them to death. And so this poverty consciousness lived so deep in my bones. Every time somebody told me, just be abundant, I was like, that doesn't work for me. Like, I don't have that lived experience. And so through some of this work, I'm going to show you how you're going to be able to tap into that abundance, because it's not this money that you're thinking of. But before I built that business, it's been 4 years now, I actually was Melissa, the TV producer. Melissa, the TV producer for MTV, who was super burnt out and sleeping in studios and heavily drinking and smoking and doing a bunch of crazy stuff. And as we continue to be on this journey in the next 3 days, this is just something I want from you, is for you to listen into the stories of the people that have to walk this walk of fire. I've never met a real one that hasn't been in the underworld, you know? It's always through the trials and the tribulations that we have to go through that actually helps us embody the lessons that we then get to teach from. So I ended up getting a divorce. I left my 6-figure job, happily married now to my beautiful wife, Lena. Shout out to Lena on the first row. And I truly believe that, you know, when we're on this healing path, we get blessed with these angels that we're supposed to be doing this work with. And this is why this event is so special. You know what I'm saying? It's special to meet your people. It's special to know that you're not alone. And as I was very much heavily drinking in this era, I found myself traveling to Morocco and becoming a yoga teacher, coming back, realizing I didn't have a job and I had to start from scratch. And the biggest thing that I learned was I had to get clear on what I wanted my life to look like. If you have a pen and a piece of paper, I want you to write down a few words, and I want you to start to ask yourself, what do I want my life to feel like? Forget look. How does it feel every single day that you get to wake up? I have a few questions here, and I just want to make sure that we're all in the right room. Are you dreading your 9 to 5 where you do not feel valued? Who here still has a 9 to 5? Raise your hand and you're not feeling valued. You know what? There's another way, because there's another currency here. Do you want to turn your passion into a sustainable business but have resistance, feel stuck or confused? Who here wants to start their soul business? Who here wants to be on stage? Raise your hand if you want to speak. Raise your hand if you have an idea. Raise your hand if you don't ever want to have a paycheck, because you're going to be your own paycheck. I haven't received one of those in 4 years. I don't even know what they look like. I don't care. But it starts with you getting clear. It's not about you building a fancy website or a fancy funnel. We have to start with us getting behind our own mission. And that, honestly, is the hardest part. If you're tired of feeling out of alignment in your life and you know that you have a higher purpose, then you're at the right place, because this is exactly what I'm going to teach you. Who here has heard of this new earth entrepreneurship term? Yeah. That's beautiful. You're going to hear more about it moving forward. I actually started to realize that it's not about making money. I started to realize that this is a conversation about our relationship to earth. This is a conversation about us understanding that when we have abundance, our job is to also bring it in communities. It's about us becoming the best versions of ourselves. I remember being in corporate and I worked on the 34th floor. And I remember one day I was crying so hard because everybody treated each other like shit. Everybody talked bad about each other. And I still remember this version of me that I was like, when I have a company, I'm never going to make people feel like that. I'm going to make them feel seen. I'm going to make them feel heard. Why does it have to feel like one person is the only one benefiting from this? And so that's what is happening with New Earth entrepreneurship. But this is the most important question, and this is the thing that I want you to focus on. The number one thing, and this is after coaching about 300 to 400 students, the thing that's actually holding most people back, it's not you creating the offer or the business or even an event like this. It's that you can't articulate what it is that you want. Raise your hand if you feel like, I know what it is in my mind, but I can't put it on paper. I know what it is on mind, but I can't put it on paper. I'm going to walk you through a framework. 3 things I'm going to teach you. How to get clear on your dharma. Your dharma is your mission. You didn't come here all the way to Earth School to be broke in any kind of sense of way. Not broke in love, sex, money, friendship. You're going to get clear and you're going to start to learn a little bit more about what it means to actually bring in soulful currency. Because it just kind of pisses me off sometimes that people still think abundance is money. Abundance is not money. Abundance is us being here and receiving. Abundance is us taking a deep breath and understanding that Mother Nature is providing the elements. That is abundance. Abundance is our birthright. There's nothing we have to work hard at. And that is the switch. That is the switch from corporate and climbing the ladder and feeling like we need money to make us more. What happens when we understand that we are exactly where we need to be and that we are more just as we are? Then nobody can take that away from us, right? And the third thing I'm going to teach you is how to build a soulful business that you love. You know, it's easy to build a business, but it's even easier to build a business that you hate. So you got to be careful. I had to learn this myself too in the beginning of my business where, full transparency, I was working too damn much. Because I've learned that when you're obsessed with something, you can't stop doing it. You know, when you find the thing that you're supposed to be doing, talking, teaching, public speaking, being in business, being the first millionaire in your family, I hope that for you. You start to get a little obsessed with it. And so balancing a business is really important. And that's something that I want to make sure that you leave with. Write this down. This is my Dharma framework. If you're confused right now, we have had a lot of conversations, okay? I want everybody to pay attention to this because we've been digesting a lot of information and we've been getting inspired, right? We're like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, this person said something. Oh, I have another breakthrough. But in practicality, what do you get to do with that information? And question number 1 is, what do you want to be known for? If anybody knows this, I would love for you to raise your hand and I want you to share it here with everybody. What do you want to be known for? And I'm going to tell you a little story before I think you're going to raise your hand. I'm not sure, but I want to share this with you that one of my mentors asked me this. So we're going through my business plan and she goes, Melissa, okay, you've done all of this stuff. What do you want to be known for? And I'm like, well, my business this and my business that. And she's like, no. What do you want to be known for? Like, don't name your business. What do you want to be known for? And it was actually a very simple but hard question. And I actually started to realize, no, I don't want to be known for my business or even speaking here on stage. I want to be known for making people feel something. I want to be known as that crazy girl, Latina, who made me believe in myself. That's what I wanted to be known for. And that's New Earth leadership. That is the entrepreneurship that we're talking about. It's not about how to make $1 million really quickly. It's about what do you actually want to be known for when you're gone. And I know this is going to sound really creepy, but I fantasize about my deathbed and like being 90 years old, like just laying, croaking, and thinking and flashing the story of my life like a book. And I oftentimes sit there and I'm like, when I'm watching this movie, am I going to be happy? Like, am I going to be excited? Am I going to be like, yes, you did that. And you were fucking scared, but like, you still did it. And that's amazing. What do you want to be known for? Write it down. Come on, Dharma Framework. We got this. Can somebody help me with this little thing? I think it froze. There we go. Step 2. What are you passionate about? Just because you want to be known for something, you may not be passionate about that. So I want you to write down, what do you want to be known for? What is the thing? What is the feeling? What is the emotion? Then the second thing I want you to do is, I want you to think about what are you most passionate about, and write that down. We're going to keep going here into step 3. Man, we're having some problems with this clicker. There we go. What are your human talents? What are the things that you learn to be good at as a human? I'm going to show you at the end of this framework how that is going to be your sole business. If somebody wants to raise their hand and you know what you want to be known for, you're going to stand up and you're going to share it with everybody. Oh, shoot, we have a couple of hands. Go ahead. Stand up and let us know.
Hey, guys. Can you hear me? I want to be known for solving the problem of loneliness in life and business. Really, I've had to struggle with loneliness my whole life, and I want it to be eradicated and human connection. So I'm trying to make it easier for entrepreneurs to connect and ultimately build a bigger business to solve loneliness on the planet. Real quick, loneliness. And if anybody knows the song Alesso, that really came to me one day. I was like listening to Alesso, I was like, loneliness, like you all are the remedy in that song, and it really hit hard.
Thank you for sharing that. One other person, come here, come up and share your thing that you want to be known for. I love your necklace. I love your entire getup here.
Hello. Is this working?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So what I want to be known for is helping to create heaven on earth. And it's what I named my business after, because this whole idea of like bringing what we view heaven as like to the earth plane. It's very possible, and it's what we're all doing together, and it has to do with how we communicate with each other, how we interact with each other, how we were just having this conversation about money and saying, okay, well, it's a different way of kind of deleting money, and it goes back to, has anyone read the Celestine Prophecy? Yes. So it talks about doing something and receiving something that isn't money. So maybe I need healing and maybe somebody else needs like a motorcycle. And you find and connect with those people based on synchronicities and things like that. And it also has to do with animals and the way that we're really supposed to interact with animals in life and treat them and the planet. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you, brave souls, for sharing. And as you want to be known for that, I want you to start thinking about, what are you most passionate about? Maybe for this person, they're passionate about speaking. And so that's how you start to connect the dots. You start to ask yourself, what do I want to be known for? Then what am I passionate about? Oh, I'm passionate about being in community. Okay, great. Now you take it a step further. No, I'm passionate about speaking. Okay, then maybe you do the thing that you like and you speak. No, I want movement. Okay, so then it becomes a building block. Again, nobody actually teaches us how to extract this vision, and that is my ultimate intention here. Now, people get confused with this human talent. Every time I teach this, they're like, what the hell is a freaking human talent? And I believe that we're two things. I believe that we're both human and we're both this quantum, alien, astral, ET being, okay? So there are things that you learned how to be really good at here on earth. I want you to write it down. Maybe you learned to be a good marketer. Maybe you learned to be a good seller. Maybe you learned to be a good teacher. Something you learned to be good at. So for me, I learned to be really good at marketing because I was a TV producer. So it was something that I wanted to make sure that I incorporate, because, you know, some people say that like, oh, that was my old life, my old identity. Like, it's not for waste though. Like, bring that in. Like, bring all of the things in. So what are your human talents? What are the things that you are good at? Let's keep going with this PowerPoint. The next one isn't coming up, but it should be. What are your God-given talents? Okay, what are your God-given talents? This is your ability to sing, your artistry, your painting. What is it that you feel you came here on earth with? For my beautiful friend here, it's that you are such a space holder, right? Those are the things that you came here to this planet with. And so when we're thinking about a soul business, we got to think about what do we have that we're good at right now because we learned to be good at it. And what did we also come here with? For the PowerPoint, can we get step 5, please? Thank you. This is how we put it together. Now, how would you merge those two talents? How do you merge those two talents? How do you merge the thing that you are naturally good at? And how do you merge the thing that you came here on this planet with? This is the framework that I teach everybody in order for them to extract their vision. Let's go to the next frame. There we go. Amazing. New Earth entrepreneurship. This is just a little fiery thing that I always tell all of my students, and it's that you don't need to wait your turn. You don't need to earn your way in. You don't need patience either. Instead, show up to your desires like God sent you. You know, I think that there is this energy around getting another certificate and getting another degree, and we forget that like God and Source and Universe is the one that's qualifying us and giving us the certificates and sending us here to Earth School. We have to stop. Yeah. We have to stop feeling like we're not good enough, like we're not good enough to be right here, right alongside with me, talking about your gifts and the things that you bring to the planet. Everybody in this room, you know what really helped me one day? I remember looking at a celebrity and looking at somebody that I admired, and I'm like, I'm no fucking different than you. I am the same person. Actually, what you have, I have too, because you're mirroring that back to me. So there's no need to be jealous. There's no need to feel like somebody else has something on you. When you see somebody's greatness, guaranteed, you're looking at yourself. And you're looking at your own greatness, because all of this is mirrors. The whole entire 3D game is all about playing these mirrors. Let's keep going on to this slide. We're almost done. Yeah, New Earth entrepreneurship. New Earth abundance. I'm going to walk us through a little exercise here so that we can tune in. I want to help you not only build the Soulful business, but I want to help connect you to the energy of abundance. So if you feel like you want to do this with me, I would love to invite you to close your eyes. I would love for everyone to put down their cell phones. I would love everybody to start to drop into their body. I know it's been a long day, right? It's like a lot of information. And there's so much that's happening. And it's so easy to be distracted. But this is the opportunity that we get to connect with ourselves. This is the opportunity where we get to drop into our body, our inner being. Yeah, somebody just breathed. And we're going to do that together. You're going to breathe in through the nose. And you're going to breathe out through the mouth. We're going to continue to connect to our body, and we're going to start to activate our third eye. So I want you to bring in all of your attention, all of your focus, all of your energy right into the middle of the eyes. And I want you to imagine the version of you that has every single thing that you ever wanted. I know sometimes this gets a little uncomfortable because we're in a room, but I really want you to try to do this as much as possible. I know some people feel the need to keep their eyes open. That's okay. Keep the gaze down. Connect to your breath. Inhale. Exhale. And we're being reminded right now that as we connect to this quantum version of ourselves, they're not separate from us. And I want you to repeat in your mind's eye, I am a powerful creator. And I want you to now say it out loud. I am a powerful creator. The next one is going to be, I am abundance. I am abundance. Again, we're going to share another affirmation. I am a money magnet. I am a money magnet. 2 more. I am abundance and it flows effortlessly. I am abundance and it flows effortlessly. 2 more. Abundance is my birthright. One more time again. Abundance is my birthright. And the last one is I deserve to live a good life. Deserve to live a good life. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale all of the air out of your lungs. Just feel what it feels like to activate that energy of abundance in your cells and in your body. We can release this shame and this guilt of attracting soulful currency because we know it's not outside of us. The green paper money that we chase is not outside of us, and it doesn't make us more of what we already are. Abundance is an energy that is activated from within. Abundance is a mindset. It's understanding that it's all around us. Open your eyes. Welcome back. Thank you, humans. So beautiful. Thank you for riding the journey with us.